Welcome to the Blue Cafe. We offer stories of infidelity, betrayal, and redemption. Please like and subscribe. Cheers. Now, on to today's story. Fiance cheated at the start of our relationship and hid it for 9 years. Some background info. I and my GF met at work 9 years ago. At the time we both were 21. It was honestly a perfect relationship, and up to this point, I had considered the same. Last year we both got engaged and decided to marry this year. The wedding is on 21st October. Present situation. Since we are about to be married, we have a lot of old friends and family visiting us. It was honestly all great. My fiance's college best friend, Sanjal, also came. We were all having a good time, talking about the past, and then Sanjal asked me if my fiance has told me about how she was doubtful at the start and continued to go out on dates and sleep with people even though we became exclusive to each other. I do get people to have doubts at the start of the relationship, but it is still cheating. My fiance got defensive and told her friend to leave. Everything became weird very quickly because she was both crying and screaming, and it was all happening in front of her parents. After a while, when she was calm, I asked her what to do now, and at first, she tried to downplay it as if it was nothing. I did tell her that this wedding is not happening in 2 weeks and we need time to sort things out. After this, she started apologizing and said it was the first 3 weeks when she cheated and that she didn't tell me because she thought it would end our relationship. I have thought about this a lot, and she cheating at the very start isn't my major problem, but that she lied about it for years and deceived me. I find that even more concerning, and now I wonder what else she is lying about. I don't think I can trust her anymore. Her parents told me that what she did was wrong, but all that is in the distant past, and if everything else is great I should just forgive and go ahead with the wedding. I do understand their point, but I don't know what to do right now. I hate cheaters. Getting cheated and lied to is a horrible feeling. Trying to get some bird's-eye view of my situation right now. Should I just go ahead like people are suggesting, or postpone the wedding/dump her? I think postponing the wedding until you have processed this is fair. Regardless of what you do, you don't want your wedding day to be overshadowed by this bombshell that you're still trying to process in your mind. As for the long term, personally, it feels a shame to me to throw away a long-term and perfect relationship over something that happened right at the beginning before you were serious with one another. But this is just me. I understand the lie being the biggest issue. However, I can also see how it happened as well. I'm not excusing it, but I don't think it necessarily means that you can never trust her again. It just means she ducked up big time and didn't want to lose you over it. Not okay, but I do think of all cheating scenarios, this is one of the few that, if you want to, could work out and be possible to move forward from. I think some couples therapy would be good for you both. It could help you towards making a decision about the long-term future of your relationship and ensure that you process this in a healthy way for yourself and your relationship. While it may be the past, you experienced this truth just now. No one gets to say or decide how you want to process your own emotions. Also think about this. If that friend had said anything, she would have taken it to the grave. I'm voting this because no one gets to decide you want to process your own emotions, and I think it is a powerful thing to say. I do want to say I think this is something you guys should talk about in couples therapy. 9 years is a long time, so I imagine it must have been a pretty solid relationship. It's worth seeing a professional over, not necessarily to save it, but maybe just to process why she didn't tell you and how you feel about it in a constructive, healthy space. I like this suggestion. 9 years does seem like a lot, and her cheating and hiding about it is pretty bad, but in my opinion, as it was the first 3 weeks only. Hopefully, maybe after that she realized how good and legit this seemed. Some people have doubts and I can't tell you how to feel, because honestly I'd feel pretty ducking hurt too, but 9 years is a lot, and if she really stopped after that, I feel like this is something worth saving. I hope he reads what you typed and takes it into consideration. Seems like a real bad situation. The thing is though, cannot really take her words for it and believe it was only the first 3 weeks. What if it went on for the first 3 years? And if she can hide a lie this long, she is definitely capable of a lot more lies. Yes, 9 years is a long time, but Op is only 30. There are so many chances to meet someone better. Should Op suffer a lifetime of a marriage where he will not be able to trust his wife 100%? Op should definitely seek professional help. It's not really hard to hide a lie. The longer you wait, the easier it is just to not bring it up. Honestly, a bit creeped out by the people telling Op that it was years ago, and if he can't get over it, then he needs therapy. She still cheated on him. She hid this from him for years. She pushed her friend out the door before the friend could say anything else. In what bizarre world does a man look at the above behavior and think to himself, yes, this is the love of my life, the woman I can trust for the next 50 years, and the one I want to invest my entire future into? Personally, I'd be disgusted. And it seems Op is feeling the same thing, given his later comments. So to suggest that there's something wrong with him and he needs therapy is such an incredibly dishonest take on this whole situation. With every hour that passes by, my resentment is increasing, and I feel like after reading all the comments I know what options to give her. I know most of what I'm thinking right now isn't rational, but I think I know what to do now. I have time alone to think about it further. LOL. So she cheated because she wasn't sure about the relationship but also didn't tell you so that you won't end the very non-serious relationship, hey? Also, what's the guarantee that she didn't betray you even once in these 9 years? I'd have postponed this wedding with the ultimate result of cancelling it. Bag milka bag. Bag milka bag. I have heard this before. What does it mean exactly? Guessing it's either Hindi/Urdu. It means run boy run. You mentioned Sanjal, it's an Indian name, so I thought you were Indian, my bad. Isn't it a movie? My fav Hindi movie. It is a movie based on an athlete Milkha Singh. But we use this term to ask someone to run away from an adverse situation. Stop everything, wedding and all, can you go stay somewhere else for a few days? You should post on r/survivinginfidelity, they will have much better advice and support for you. We are taking time apart. I told her to go somewhere else because I need time to think. Thank you for the link. I ask for advice there. Postpone at least. I would dump. Yes, she cheated, thank God for her friend, but hiding it and lying by omission for this long? I couldn't get over that. I'm having a difficult time getting over it too. Not the cheating itself but the hiding for so many years. Feels like betrayal. I'm not immediately going to anything because I'm too much into my emotions right now, but man, this sucks. Update: Fiance cheated at the start of our relationship and hid it for 9 years. TLDR, I broke up with her, lost a ton of money on the wedding but feel I did the right thing for myself. Original post. For the most part, I stand exactly where I did before. She lying and hiding her infidelity is the problem more than the act itself. I wouldn't want to get married to someone that I can't entirely trust. I did try to fix this with her, and to be fair, she was on board with restoring the trust that she broke, but she also didn't want to postpone/cancel the wedding. I told her I would be willing to work with her if she wished to start from square one. She wasn't a fan of my approach. We did talk about this a lot and tried to compromise where we both could while respecting our own boundaries, but things just weren't adding up. Marrying today for me was a % no while she wanted to go ahead with it. I'll be honest that I felt like she really was trying to make things work and assured me she'd do everything to fix things if we were to get married as planned. Most of my family thinks I'm being ridiculous and her family most definitely hates me, but you all know I don't care. It's my life, and if I wasn't happy being lied to, I had every right to call everything off. In the original post, 2 to 3 commenters called me a narcissist and also said that I wanted the wedding to get cancelled, which I found very funny. If I respect myself enough to walk away when I feel disrespected, and if that makes me a narcissist, I don't mind being one. For others who said I intended on cancelling it, like WTF? I put down 30k on this, you think I'll back off just over something minor and lose all that? Don't know about you, but for me, that is so much money. Her friend Sanjal hasn't talked to me since, even though I reached out to her. I did get in contact with her husband and he said she is pretty mad at me that I let her be kicked out and humiliated, even though she told me something I didn't know and deserved to know. I did explain my position to him, that I was in shock ATM and didn't know WTF was going on. Hope she can forgive me though, because I definitely owe her a thanks. Out of all this, I have learned not to trust people, relationship-wise, just like that, and keep an eye out for red flags and take everything with a grain of salt. Lost a ton of money on the wedding. Saved a fortune by avoiding divorce, great success. Hell yeah, a small investment in keeping yourself safe and sane. Exactly, people need to learn to see the good side of things. Envision the accompanying. A few years into the marriage, you find another line of work/promotion. You need to stay at work longer than required and you have a decent remaining female co-worker. Abruptly your, then, at that point, wife, becomes dubious with regards to your marriage. In case the question was her thinking for her past cheating, what might occur in this future scenario? You made the best decision, man. 30k? That's stripper and cocaine money for after the divorce. Divorce itself? Priceless. What's bad about saving a ton of money, bro? That's a bingo. You did the right thing. At the end of the day, she totally ducked up and still wouldn't allow reconciliation on your terms. She wanted to avoid the embarrassment of not being married over actually working to make the marriage successful. If she needs to wait another 6 months, year, heck, 2 years until you are ready, she should have to see the relationship. Her basing the resolution on her timeline and what she needs in a situation where you were the victim and she the perpetrator is beyond. Reddit is full of bitter people who project their own feelings of failed relationships to others. All those saying those things are doing it from a place of either projection or the sunk cost fallacy. 9 years doesn't matter if it's built on a lie, and even worse, came to light by someone else's doing. Don't let this distrust deep into your future relationships. Take the time you need to heal and be single for a while. When you're ready, then you can seriously date. Definitely be aware of red flags, but make sure you don't think everything is a red flag and that you unintentionally make your next partner suffer from your ex-fiancé actions. Good riddance, dude. Who knows what else she was lying about? Hopefully, nothing else, but you never know. Imagine the following. Some years into the marriage, you get a new job/promotion. You have to work overtime and you have a good standing with female coworkers. Suddenly your, then wife, becomes doubtful about your marriage. If doubt was her reasoning for her past cheating, what do you think would happen in this future scenario? You did the right thing, dude. Yeah, you are right. I think I'm a little to blame too. WTF was I thinking when I thought I would find a lifetime partner at 21? I was an idiot. We hope you have enjoyed today's episode. Please comment, like and subscribe. Cheers. Have a wonderful day or night, wherever you are.